Oregon is going to the Final Four.
The following is a Learfield presentation of the Oregon Sports Network.
And Oregon is going to play in the national championship game.
This is Duck Insider.
We need to get community. We need this thing to be bigger than just our little circle of players and coaches.
Are you kidding me? Touchdown, Oregon!
With 2 seconds on the clock.
He hits it!
That's the bigger picture in this thing, allowing the community to celebrate the hard work, blue-collar mentality this group brings to the table.
And the Ducks have won it! The Ducks have won!
We get to struggle together, and we get to have joy together.
The Ducks are Pac-12 champions!
I am so proud right now to be the head coach at Oregon.
Catch made! Touchdown, Oregon!
This is Duck Insider on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. Better banking, local solutions. Now let's go live to the Country Financial Studio to talk Oregon Ducks athletics.
We got quarterback Bo Nix coming up on the show after practice last night. The Duck QB met with the media. An award list for him as well today. Some fun news about the University of Oregon football matchup with Hawaii coming up in connection with Marcus Mariota. Also, Deputy Athletic Director Eric Rodell will join us live here in the studio, and so will head coach Matt Ulmer, Oregon Volleyball. The Ducks starting practice today, and Coach Ulmer is spending his lunch break with us here in the Country Financial Studio. Davey O'Brien Award watch list coming out today, and the Ducks quarterback Bo Nix, one of 35 QBs named to the preseason watch list for the 2023 Davey O'Brien National Quarterback Award. Nix returns to the preseason watch list after being named a semifinalist for the 22 Davey O'Brien Award. He's one of 15 returning semifinalists on the list, one of 4 Pac-12 quarterbacks. It is going to be quite the quarterback league, isn't it? And he, Bo Nix, met with the media after practice yesterday, jumping in, hearing from the guy who's calling the shots behind center for the Ducks. Here's Bo Nix after practice last night.
Once your 5th year doing this, do you get sentimental at any point when it's your last fall camp? Or no,
not
it's
really.
Still camp.
Yeah, it's still camp, and you don't have much time to really think about it being the last one. Till I guess get some off time. But while you're at practice, it feels like just another camp, another fall, and getting ready for another season.
Things you've learned, though, I mean, is your process different than it was 4 years ago?
Yeah, much different. Going about practice is much different. I grow from different mistakes. I think just the overall processing a defense is just different. Much familiar with the nuances of playing the position, like movements and cadence and all that kind of stuff that you just kind of done a lot of in the past, and so you're kind of used to it. So you feel kind of relaxed and calm back there, and it's a good feeling. Doing it for this long, I guess you better feel that way.
What are some of those things, maybe specifically, Bo? Go back to 2019, like pre-snap, where you look, given the limitations you were under by way of on the field and pre-snap audibles, those things. Was box count something, or safety positioning something that you were paying attention to as much as a freshman or sophomore at Auburn compared to now?
Yeah, I'd say the defense is you still recognize, still try to process. At the same time, movements, and there's just a lot of pre-snap thinking just to get the play executed. Each offense I've been in has had, different things, whether it be, shifts and motions, movements, double plays, where to go in a certain singular play. So there's just a lot of thinking. I don't feel like I'm necessarily processing the same stuff. When I was a freshman, you're processing every play, because a lot of stuff you had never seen before. So now, thank goodness, I've seen a lot of it and just able to react now.
Well, last week at Media Day, some of your teammates talked about you being one of the best trash talkers on the team. Would you agree with that?
Well, I won't back down from it. I don't normally start it, but if they want to start it, I don't mind finishing it.
This is you had a unique way of trash talking. Like maybe they didn't realize I got trash talked to until a couple minutes later.
Yeah, see, I don't cuss or anything, so it's I guess if you just take what they say and just kind of, remind them that we're still going to attack them on offense, or we're still going to go after them. And a lot of the times my guys back me up, so that's a good thing.
Dan said that Austin has looked like he's really made some big strides from spring till now. What have you seen from him particularly?
Yeah, he's really done a good job. He's I think learned a lot of football just within a few months. He's learned the plays, and it's easy to say learn the plays, but like he's actually processing things quicker and gets guys lined up. And he's operating at an efficient level right now, and it's impressive from a freshman. And I would say honestly, our whole room's taken the the stride from I guess spring to fall. We're very comfortable with what we're doing right now. We've got a lot of reps at it, and Austin's done a really good job at that.
What's the camaraderie like with that room? Because obviously Jay was here, he's gone, Ty's back, and Austin stepped in. Kind of how does that come together in terms of just chemistry?
Oh, we're very close. We enjoy hanging out with each other. Right now we're having a lot of meeting times, so we're spending a lot of times together. Seeing a lot of each other's good plays, bad plays. So it's just really encouraging each other, and I think we do a good job. We have a healthy room, and we really do a good job of complimenting each other when it gets tough. And I think that's what a quarterback room is supposed to be like.
What do you think is the difference between Bucky from a year ago today till right now?
I think just experience and going through a whole year. In the situation, in the spot he was in, and now he can kind of embrace the, the key role of being, a top running back in our league. And, he does a good job of pushing guys. He does a good job of, practicing. I think a lot of those guys in that situation will kind of back off and, get to the season. But he really is a tough guy. He practices a lot. He takes every rep he's supposed to take and does it to the best of his ability. He makes a lot of plays, and he's an impressive guy.
There have been a lot of talks about a Chick-fil-A potentially opening in Springfield. Have you been keeping up with any of those reports, and would you ever go in on a franchise of a Chick-fil-A?
Well, I have heard a few different times. I'll believe it when I see it. But that's exciting for the city. I think Chick-fil-A is a good spot. It deserves to be in a place like Oregon. And then, I think the players would love it. I think it'd be a great recruiting tool too. So yeah, I'm happy. May not be here to enjoy it, but the sooner the better, I think.
So that was one of the reasons you came back?
Yeah, sure. To let it be built when I left, yeah.
From last fall to this fall, going against the defense every day, where have you really seen the biggest improvements from that unit?
I think it's not new anymore for a lot of them. I think the guys that were here last year, the guys that have been through it for a year, they now are extra coaches on the field and can get guys lined up, and it's not just the coaches teaching it and coaching it. Now we got guys on the field, and you're able to expand a lot. And, I think they're just doing a really good job of, running the play that's called, doing a good job with the coverage. They know the details of the coverage, and even the fronts and blitzes, they're dialed in right now, and they're doing a really good job. Team speed is really impressive on defense. They do a good job of getting to the football. They do a good job of just playing sound defense and, making it tough on us. We're, challenging them, and they're challenging us, and it's making for a good fall.
Did Nico or Kyrie talk as much as Gonzo did?
Well, Gonzo didn't talk much at all, and Kyrie won't shut up. But I think that's what makes him really good. He's a fierce competitor. Nico's a lot like Gonzo. He kind of just plays ball. And, Gonzo had a strange way of talking smack without saying a word. So I think that was impressive from him. But, I think it's each guy's different. Some guys really enjoy talking, and they play better when they do talk. Other guys, they go out there and play football and don't say much. And, it's, I think, different for each player. And, some guys enjoy trash talk. Some guys, they stay away from it.
What are the additions of Gary and Tez offer to the offense that just different than last year in terms of just maybe more 10 or 11 or 21 or just things vertically that just with that kind of speed it's hard to match?
Yeah, I think it's you see a lot of the same stuff. Those guys playing big roles, big important roles. We're going to have the same personnels as last year to be able to get to a lot of multiple ones. And, I think those guys will be able to make some plays in different situations. We're going to play to their strengths, get those guys in good matchups, and let them do what they do and play ball.
How have all the new
Last
guys
question.
sort of acclimated themselves? The new guys, how have they acclimated, and what's your chemistry like with all this?
I think really good. I think we started, when they got here, we have a close knit team. We're very connected overall, and then they just kind of fit in and just kept right on going. And I think from a team perspective, I like where we're at. A lot of the times in this day and age, you get a lot of new guys and a lot of cliques and a lot of guys on teams that have been here for a while, and then new guys that have a hard time meshing or gelling together. But I feel like we have a very close team. I think the leadership does a really good job of bringing everybody in, making sure everybody's well taken care of, and I think that's gonna pay off during the season when it gets tough. So already paid off in fall camp. Fall camp's been tough, like usual, like is common, but I think it's really paid dividends that we're a close group and we can communicate with each other, encourage each other, and move on.
Bo Nix, after practice yesterday, he met with the media following Oregon's final practice before they're in pads today. That's right. The Ducks will be in pads for the first time in fall camp today. The full football attire, as they say. That's coming up this afternoon. Rob and I will be back with a Quack Minute on the Oregon football social media channels following today's practice. Dan Lanning will meet with the media. The Duck head coach will have that for you on the show tomorrow. Now, this is really cool. In partnership with Marcus Mariota's Motivate Foundation. Well, we know that Marcus and what he's done with the connection between the Ducks, the University of Oregon, the entire state, and the state of Hawaii, and the culture. Well, come September, that connection is on full display at Autzen Stadium, because on September 16th of this upcoming year, the Duck football team will wrap up its non-conference schedule by hosting the Rainbow Warriors at 5 p.m. And Marcus Mariota said to Rob Mosley, quote, "For them to come play the University of Oregon, especially with all the ties and all the connections, it's a really special matchup. Personally, for me, I'm always Ducks through and through, but it's really cool to see this matchup again." So to mark the occasion, Mariota and his Motivate Foundation are partnering with the Oregon Athletic Department and two other prominent alumni to help send local youth to the game. Justin Herbert, Sabrina Ionescu, and the Motivate Foundation and the university hope to send 1,000 kids to the game, and fans are invited to purchase tickets of $25 towards the cause as well. They'll be donated to different youth groups throughout the community. You can go to goducks.com/motivate, MOTIV, the number 8. And this is an awesome cause. This is really cool. Marcus himself talked about it with us heading into this season.
Stopped earlier. Mariota keeps it for now. Comes back, and Marcus Mariota, a green blur to the end zone.
Hey Duck fans, I'm proud to announce the Motivate Foundation is partnering to get as many local youth as possible to the Oregon game versus the Rainbow Warriors at Autzen Stadium. You can help the cause by visiting goducks.com/motivate. Let's work together and get 1,000 local youth to Autzen to cheer on the Ducks as they take on the Rainbow Warriors. Thank you, and go Ducks.
Awesome. goducks.com/motivate to help sending all of the 1,000 youth that they hope to send to the Oregon-Hawaii football game coming up on September 16th. That's awesome. Also, fans, a reminder, FanFest Sunday, this Sunday, 11 a.m. to 12:30. More details, goducks.com. Event is free. Looking forward to it. Now, when we come back, Athletic Director Eric Rodell is here. The Deputy AD is in the studio. We're live next on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Don't miss out on summer at Toyota's National Sales Event. It's the perfect time to squeeze out the last of summer with an exciting new Tacoma, Highlander, Camry, and more.
Toyota, let's go places. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Dealer inventory may vary. Event ends September 5th.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Don't miss out on summer at Toyota's National Sales Event. It's the perfect time to squeeze out the last of summer with an exciting new Tacoma, Highlander, Camry, and more.
Toyota, let's go places. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Dealer inventory may vary. Event ends September 5th.
You're listening to Duck Insider. Duck Insider on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakimick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Back on Duck Insider, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. I'm Joey Mack in the Country Financial Studio. Deputy Athletic Director Eric Rodell is here. Eric, welcome back.
Thanks, Joey.
Feels like it's been a while since we chatted. The last time was a few months ago. What'd you do all summer? Did you do anything exciting that fans need to know about?
Oh, I don't know. We've had some fun this summer. On the family side, we took a great trip to Maui.
Nice.
Spent a week over there.
You got ready for next year.
Yeah,
well
exactly.
Well done.
Yeah, that was awesome. We hadn't brought the kids over there, so
cool.
We enjoyed our time, and we kind of substituted that for our normal 8 or 9 day trip back east. So,
nice.
Missing our family a little bit, but had a great time over in Hawaii.
Nice. Love that. Everybody needs downtime. That's important, right? You've gotten a little bit of that. All right, got to ask you just the big news, and I got to keep using the pun, Eric. It's just too easy with the big news. Things move very quickly in college football. You and I have talked about this on Duck Insider before. Just your reaction from the Deputy Athletic Director chair. I know there's a lot of moving parts, still things to be figured out. What should fans know about the move to the Big Ten next year?
Yeah, obviously it all happened fast, and I think as a university as the University of Oregon, we're super excited about the opportunity. It's a really transformational opportunity for us as a university. Such a great group of public research institutions in Northwestern. They got the Big Ten Academic Alliance, so there's great opportunities there. And then athletically, to become aligned with that group of schools with today's landscape of college athletics. And be able to continue to move our program. We're really excited about that. At the same time, it's challenging. It's tough to see what's happened with such a tremendous conference like the Pac-12 that we've been a part of for so long. But there's a lot of great people across all the institutions at the conference office. So that's something that kind of hits us as well.
No doubt. Yeah, I love that you said that because it hit me when President Schultz said, hey, we can express multiple emotions at the same time in the press conference on Friday, because that was how I felt. Like, it's so exciting to be a part of the Big Ten and all the positives that come with it. But I've got friends and colleagues, as you do, around the Pac-12. And, hey, selfishly, I just am going to miss my trips to, like, Colorado and Utah every year. Somebody asked me what was my reaction with Colorado's departure. And that was actually, Eric, what I said. Like, well, I hope I still get to go to Boulder every now and then. That's a cool place, But that's just one little peek into it. You can have a lot of feelings all at once, I suppose.
Yeah, there are, some great campuses throughout the Pac-12 and amazing places to visit. One of the things that, I really like about this transition to the Big Ten is that, we've obviously got a number of important rivals in the Pac-12, but the fact that Southern Cal, UCLA, Washington will be with us, is something that kind of keeping that a little bit of regionality to it.
Well, there'll be a lot more, I'm sure, to unpack, and I do have a lot of things this season to talk with you about. So more to come, I'm sure, on the Big Ten front. But now I do always ask you, this has become a little bit of a running joke, actually, with you and me. I always ask you about football scheduling. Can I ask about football scheduling right now? Like, how do you try to piece the puzzle together? It's complicated, I know now, moving forward, isn't it?
Yeah, we've still got a lot to learn as we go through this transition. The Big Ten plays 9-game conference schedule, just like the Pac-12, which means, you've got even years and odd years where you're going to be 4 home or 5 home. So we got to figure out some things with the Big Ten on what that schedule matrix is going to look like. Obviously, we've built out our non-conference schedule through much of the 2020s.
Yeah.
And, we've done it with a certain kind of framework based off even years being 4 home conference games. And so there's some things to work through there and seeing if we take any different approaches with our football schedule. We've talked a little bit. I know Rob mentioned the other day certainly with the Beavs and figuring out some things there in terms of creating space in our schedule and so yeah, a lot of work that needs to be done there.
Well, good luck with the game of puzzle, whatever game you're playing. I said this on the show. Gosh, it must have been a few years ago when I think you and I had been talking about how it's like a puzzle to put it all together. And I feel like it's a puzzle where the game board is constantly shifting and your table is moving. And I'll just say that good luck.
Yeah, and you've got playoff expansion coming,
right,
so
exactly.
how do those changes and what entails getting into that playoff impact our scheduling strategy. So yeah, lots to come on football scheduling.
Now for this season, football tickets, I imagine, and I've been told at least by the powers that be, that football ticket sales are going well. We're excited for this season.
Yeah, football ticket sales are really exciting for all of us. We've seen a great renewal rate on our season ticket base. We're back at 90%, which is, historically a great place to be. We've sold a lot of new season tickets. I think overall we're up over 10% on season tickets, which, if you look nationally, that's not really a common trend. So, that just shows some strength with our fan base and with retention and bringing new people in. And then, single game sales have been phenomenal. Groups, great response. Got a terrific home schedule, some great teams coming into Autzen this year, and can't wait for Portland State on September 2nd.
I know, it's going to come pretty fast. Deputy Athletic Director Eric Rodell with us. Okay, I got to go back in time with you because we last had you on in the midst of the baseball postseason run that was so much fun. Now I kind of wanted to debrief that with you, as Mark Wazakowski's team has now gone through the MLB draft, a recruiting cycle, and before you know it, they're going to be practicing in the fall. Alumni weekend will be here. I mean, it does move quickly, so I wanted to take some time to pause and chat with you as the administrator for that team. Like, just debrief it for us, Eric. What a run to the Super Regionals last year.
It was incredible. I mean, the way the season unfolded, we had some real momentum going during the season, and we kind of hit a tough spot there. We had a bunch of injuries with pitching. We kind of had a historic year offensively, with certainly with home runs and offensive production, some great talent all over the field. But we really hit some challenges on the mound. And as we approached the postseason, the last week leading in and getting into the conference tournament and into NCAAs, we found some magic on the mound with some of those young guys. It was really fun to watch, and to get through that run at the Pac-12 tournament and get the first ring for our program and the modern era of Oregon baseball. That was such a special moment there in Arizona, and having the program experience that, what it's like to win a championship, and then taking that championship mindset to Nashville and taking out Vandy in their own regional and coming back here and, again, having all the things fall into place to host a super regional here with Oral Roberts. I know we've said it before, but, thank you so much to this community, to our baseball fans, anybody who was out there who watched that series on TV. It was a really special moment for Oregon baseball. The park looked great. It was filled to capacity. We put some temporary bleachers out there in left field, and it created a nice little atmosphere out there. And unfortunately, we weren't able to seal the deal. Oral Roberts played great.
He did.
it was a fun series to be a part of, but really something to build on going forward.
Man, what's going to be the lasting, I feel like, memory and emotion in some ways for me for this postseason run is that the game ain't over until it's over. My old broadcast partner Jordan Brenner would say that you got to use all 27 outs. That was one of his favorite baseball phrases. And man, the Ducks did that against Stanford in the Pac-12 tournament. The Ducks certainly did that in one game against Oral Roberts, but Oral Roberts did that to the Ducks in one game. It really was an example of the game ain't over till it's over a few times.
And that was our team all year, right?
Yeah.
Weren't we down 7-0 at Wazoo?
Yeah, 7-0 Washington State,
and then 10-0
10-0 to Arizona.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had a never say die attitude, and with the bats and the offense that we had, no game was ever out of reach. Which, and I think Coach Waz even alluded to that during the first Oral Roberts game. That down 8-0. Okay, let's get back to work and try to stabilize things on the mound and get things going.
Pretty cool. Well, baseball season, again, also going to be here before we know it. I do want to take a chance to check in on the men's and women's tennis programs, too, the other ones that you oversee. What should fans know coming up on their fall season here?
Yeah, well, I guess, Quinn Vandekasteel right now. So right now, for all of you who are streaming tennis, he's actually back in Cary, North Carolina, playing an ATP Challenger event. So Quinn is our top returning player. He's a senior from Salt Lake City. And this summer, he's just been on this meteoric rise. He was unranked, didn't have any ATP professional points. Right now, over the last 2 months, he's played himself up into the top 650 in the world, which is a really challenging thing to do.
Sweet.
In terms of college players in the pro rankings, he's up amongst the top 3 or 4. And, right now he's battling it out with a guy who's ranked, I think, 145 in the world. So Quinn is doing great things on the court, but, yeah, really excited about both programs and what they've got coming back and, some of the leadership on each of those teams. We were kind of held out of the NCAAs this year. We came up a little bit short, but I think both teams, have a great foundation and nucleus to build on for next year.
Looking forward to it. Well, I said I was going to go rapid fire with you today, and we're going to do exactly that because, Matt Ulmer's coming up, Junior Adams, Tony Tuioti, Casey Rogers, and also Thor, the police dog, makes an appearance on today's show. So I'm going to let you go, Eric. What else should fans know? Anything that we missed that you want to hit?
No, I think you hit most of it. We're excited to enjoy the rest of the summer, but we got a soccer exhibition coming up on Friday, and then our soccer opener with Baylor next Thursday, right? So, sports season is here.
Yeah,
let's
comes
go.
Quick. Then volleyball exhibition against Portland State next week, and also cross country comes back soon. End of the month football, fall camp continuing. On the volleyball note, Matt Ulmer's coming up next. Eric,
and Thor is an awesome dog.
Awesome dog.
He's everywhere.
Oh, he's the best. Has his own Instagram page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's got his own. They've got Thor stickers on the police car.
Oh, well, see. This is why you're listening to Duck Insider. You get the inside knowledge when he's around campus. Eric, thank you. Appreciate you taking the time, and hopefully you're not late for your next meeting.
No, all good. Thanks, Joey.
All right, when we come back, Matt Ulmer, Oregon volleyball head coach, will be live with us as they start practice today. Back after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey Duck fans, we're all about protecting our home turf here in Eugene. You should do the same for your home with Country Financial Insurance. Most home insurance doesn't account for inflation, but with Country Financial, yours can. If something happens to your home, make sure you can rebuild the same house in the same place. Call a local representative or 866-COUNTRY and get a solid defense for your home. Home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Casualty Insurance Company, or Country Preferred Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois. Property must meet age and condition requirements, which vary by state.
At Shadow Hills Country Club, we're more than just an award-winning golf course and practice facility. Our events team offers all-inclusive event pricing that allows us to take care of all the details while you enjoy your event. Our indoor and outdoor venues offer you a wide variety of fully staffed options that put the focus on you. From weddings to business and social events, at Shadow Hills Country Club Events Center, you get the benefits of a resort atmosphere and amenities in a peaceful country setting, just minutes from downtown Eugene. Call for a tour today or visit shadowhillsevents.com.
This is Duck Insider, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintara el marco del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo. Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de The Alzheimer's Association y The Ad Council.
Wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Welcome back to Duck Insider, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. Joey Mack and Oregon Volleyball head coach Matt Ulmer is here in the Country Financial Studio. Coach, it is so good to see you.
Like we never left.
How are things?
That was crisp.
Thank you.
Like we never left.
You look crisp today. How are you feeling?
It's first day of practice.
Yeah.
Thrilled.
We picked a good day to have your first day in the studio.
It's a great day.
Is it?
Yes, it's a great day.
So the first day of practice, I feel like is akin to what most of us remember as like the first day of school.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone sort of is like excited, and you got to make sure that you have your good outfit on, which you do. Oregon t-shirt, Oregon shorts, socks, and sandals returning to the studio.
Thank you.
You wore your first day of school best today, didn't you?
I laid it out last night and everything. Had it ready.
Wait. Did you actually?
No wrinkles.
Did you actually?
I actually did, yeah.
Yes.
It was funny because Hannah Pukas came in. She's like, I couldn't sleep last night. It was like the night before Christmas. And I looked at her and I said, same. I said, I've been sleeping like a baby for months. Yeah. All of a sudden last night, I'm just staring at the ceiling.
Wait.
I haven't done that forever.
You've been sleeping like a baby, and you just became a father again not that long ago.
What I mean is, like, I could fall asleep easy.
Oh, I see.
Then you wake up, and then you go back, and then you wake up, and you go back.
I see.
But,
I understand.
Yeah.
How was your summer?
Great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Recruiting, any trips for the family? Just
Recruiting
getting to
trips,
know the new one?
We went to Black Butte for a few days. That was fun. But, yeah, no, we have a 10-week-old.
Woohoo!
So a lot of people came to us. Family came to us.
Don't you love that? Mm-hmm. I've noticed that children are the best magnet.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because they're only that stage for a very short amount of time.
Right.
So if you want to hold a little baby, you got to come see the little baby because we're not traveling with him.
Right.
So, and then the 2-year-old is just full of energy.
Yeah.
And then the 8 and 9-year-old have been so good with the young kids. So it's been really cool dynamic.
Well, congratulations to the Ulmer clan.
Thank you.
I have an annual tradition now that I didn't know was an annual tradition until I did it with Coach Lanning. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So I'm about to have a 1-year-old next week.
Mm-hmm.
Last year I spent this time before he was born asking everybody for fatherly advice for a newborn. Now fatherly advice for a 1-year-old. What do I need to know?
Just keep him alive.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's still the advice.
Yeah, I think that's always the advice.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Just remember, you will screw him up at some point. So just try to, push that out as far as possible, I think.
Right. Okay.
But it's going to happen.
Yeah. So. I have not dropped him yet.
That's good.
Yeah.
How about your wife?
No, she's been perfect record.
So then so far,
yeah,
he's good.
But now he's got the throw his head back, bow his back motion.
Yeah.
You got to be ready. It's hard.
See, in this next year, he's going to form an opinion.
Yeah.
And that's when things really change. Yeah. So just enjoy it right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Enjoy it.
I hope he's everything like his mother and nothing like his father.
So does she.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Actually, I think we all
feel that way. No, I'm all in.
Except for the radio voice. You got that voice.
My wife's got a good voice.
Does she?
Yeah, as a teacher.
But
she
this?
can do this. Probably better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then what do you have?
Nothing.
Because I feel like that would be the one thing you could give.
I like to think that so this was one of the best compliments I've ever been paid by Jordan Brenner, former voice of the Oregon volleyball team.
Yes.
Jordan said to me before he took another job in Los Angeles, he said, you're like a lion in that you really care about the pack. And I thought, man, that is the nicest compliment I have ever been paid.
That's leadership is what that is.
Or it's just I need my people because I'm not that good, and I need everyone to raise me up,
To cover up for all your inadequacies.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which actually that is probably more accurate.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think that's why you like having me on.
Yes, 100%.
Because I can just carry you for the
You can
whole
carry
segment.
the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can carry the show.
The pack.
Yeah.
The lion.
Yeah.
That's a really nice compliment, though.
It was.
I really do think it was because of leadership.
Well, I don't know. But it was very nice of him to say
How's
that.
he doing? Is he good?
Good, yeah. Jordan now making way more
Jordan.
money than all of us combined in the studio right now, so he's
Awesome.
doing
Wow,
great.
congrats.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Donate back to Oregon Volleyball.
Yeah.
Thanks, sir.
I agree with that sentiment. Hey,
Go Ducks.
I got to ask you, I
Yeah.
mean, Big Ten, it's coming. This is the final year of this iteration of the Pac-12. Just what's your reaction, Coach? You know, you probably are still figuring things out. I understand it's a bit of an unfair question, but what is your reaction to the news?
No, I think it's mixed, you know, because, I mean, it's very, from a volleyball standpoint, from a competitive standpoint, it's so exciting.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the volleyball in the Pac has been fantastic. You know, when volleyball in the Pac and the Big have been the two best conferences, you know, over the course of our sport. So, you know, it's just adding that on. So I think, you know, that part is great. I think there's still so many unknowns as far as what travel will look like and just logistics stuff.
Sure.
That it's not bad or good. It's just we don't know. So it's just hard to know exactly what you're going to be dealing with. But our team is very excited, the players. So I think they were all very positively affected by that. And so, you know, so I'm with them. Let's rock and roll.
You know, I was thinking schedule-wise, you've always scheduled in very difficult non-conference, and that often involves a lot of Big Ten teams. Like, there already is some familiarity, I suppose, for you, your program, and for Oregon fans to some of these Big Ten programs.
Yeah, and like next 2024, for example, we already have 3 scheduled matches against Big Ten teams, so now we'll have to figure something else out. But, yeah, we're already going to be playing. And you know, I heard, you know, Graham talked about it, Rob's talked about it. It's true, you know, right now the way that we do it, because we're not in school in the beginning, is we travel a ton in the preseason, you know. So now with a little bit more travel in conference, maybe then we don't travel quite as much non-conference, and it kind of balances out. So we'll see. Again, we don't know exactly what that looks like, but there's definitely ways to be creative that, you know, as we go, that we'll figure out what's absolutely best for our student athletes.
It's early. I wanted to get the reaction. I'm sure more things will come up over the course of this entire season, but now you still have a season to prepare for.
Yeah.
So first day of practice, was it perfect? Yeah, everything went exactly as you wanted it to go in the morning?
We're halfway there. So we had a morning practice. It's just an hour, like positional stuff.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back after lunch and we'll get going with the team.
I want to point out that Coach Ulmer's kind enough for this portion of their schedule where they have the morning and afternoon sessions that he's spending his lunch actually talking with us. So thank you for that.
Yeah, I don't need eating is overrated for me, you know, so it's good.
So do you eat like?
I'd rather be with you.
Thank you. You know,
guys.
you could eat on the show. We would allow it. I mean,
Okay.
I think it's you're a busy guy. You need to do what you need to do.
It's okay.
You know,
I can make the sacrifice.
Well, so what you do?
Just remember it, okay?
But like big breakfast.
I want to hold it over your head.
How do you get through this?
No breakfast.
What do you?
I'm a small breakfast. I'll be fine. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. We'll be ready to go.
To the nutrition
group, they have a smoothie waiting for me when I get back.
Oh, okay. So that's lunch.
That's a lie, but that's okay. No, I have. It's over there. It's waiting for me.
Good.
I'll be good.
Good. I'm just making sure we don't need the
don't
head
cause
coach.
Don't cause panic. We're
Okay.
good. Yeah.
We don't need the head coach just not eating. You
Right.
know,
No, that will not happen.
You
don't have to worry about that. Let's put it that way.
He's Matt Ulmer, Oregon
Thank
Volleyball
you.
head coach. Tell us a little bit about the offseason. What'd you like from your team? I know we asked you about your summer, but what about the team? Do you like what you've seen here early on after their offseason?
I mean, I haven't seen them for a few months. I mean, we had camp and some of that, so you see their faces, but they haven't seen them play. So
Camp's always fun, though, isn't it?
Camp is fun. Yeah, we had over 700 campers this summer, which was great. We were able to be back in the dorms for the first time since 2019. Great. So that was fun. So just a different dynamic and excitement. So that was really cool. And our players did a great job with everybody, and I think it was really well received. And I think fans are really excited for this year. Season ticket holders, we're this close to breaking our record. So get those season tickets. Let's pack the mat. Yes, get them. I mean, it should be a great season. I mean, we're a good group. Spring was good. We have a lot of new bodies. So 10 new players from last fall, 7 freshmen, 3 transfers, and they're all super talented and just great human beings, and so it fits, and I'm just really excited to see kind of where this goes.
I feel like whenever somebody of the caliber of Brooke Nuneviller moves on, there might be an assumption like, oh, well, it could be a drop-off because she was just that good. But I feel like I was looking at the roster this morning, and I thought, gosh, like, it feels like there's a lot of depth to this team. How do you feel with the coaching staff?
Yeah, this is the deepest group I've ever coached. I mean, we have 19, which is normally we have 16. I think we had 17 at the most. Yeah. So 19 is a lot. We have 8 22 and olders on the roster, and then we have 7 freshmen. So we have like 2 different groups and then a few in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a bunch of them are about to graduate at the end of the season, and then so they're going to be gone here in a few months with that COVID year. So this is kind of the end of that for us. So we're just going to see a change as we move forward. But right now we're very old, very experienced. So trying to manage that when it comes to practice, probably not overdoing it, just trying to get us going and feeling good, and trying to figure out where all the pieces fit together and make sure everybody's feling all right. We leave for Hawaii in like 2 weeks,
Nice.
2 weeks from tomorrow.
Nice.
So it's like
good scheduling.
Thank you. Are you coming?
I wish.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
I wish.
But like we're only 2 weeks away from basically already going on the road.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen really fast. So just trying not to do too much too soon. Trying to get us going. Again, they know what they're doing in a lot of ways. So not a lot of reinventing the wheel right now.
He didn't invite me on the Hawaii trip. I just want everybody to know that. Oregon Volleyball head coach Matt Ulmer. We continue with the head coach for the Ducks. Part 2 of our chat with Coach Ulmer on the horizon on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Don't miss out on summer at Toyota's National Sales Event. It's the perfect time to squeeze out the last of summer with an exciting new Tacoma, Highlander, Camry, and more.
Toyota, let's go places. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Dealer inventory may vary. Event ends September 5th.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Don't miss out on summer at Toyota's National Sales Event. It's the perfect time to squeeze out the last of summer with an exciting new Tacoma, Highlander, Camry, and more.
Toyota, let's go places. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Dealer inventory may vary. Event ends September 5th.
More Duck Insider coming up on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys, I love this song. I love these nachos. I love our kickball league. Ugh! I love this guy. What's your name? You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We're back on Duck Insider, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. Joey Mack in the Country Financial Studio. OnPoint Community Credit Union proudly supporting Oregon athletics. One of those athletic programs, Matt Ulmer's Oregon Volleyball team, as we continue part 2 of our chat with the Duck Volleyball head coach, Matt Ulmer. I'm going to knock on wood before I ask this.
Please do it.
Okay, knocking on wood. Some of your older, experienced players, they have gone through injuries in their careers. You know, that's like every program deals with this, but that I feel like going into this year, it's got to be nice just to have all these players healthy. Like, how big of a deal is that?
Yeah, and we do. Everybody feels great right now, and so how long can we make that last for? Yes, please.
I did the best I could. I hurt my knuckles.
Yeah, that
there.
was a little. I think a blood vessel. It's okay.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to manage that. It's just really different, and the next year will be a lot younger, and that'll be different, So I think every year brings on different challenges. So
Sure.
Just trying to be really mindful of our bodies, and just trying to peak at the right time always, just trying to gradually get better as we go.
So we had a debate in the studio of if we should take from various student athletes Instagram stories, for example, to show and hear exactly what I'm about to talk about. But we decided not to. because I would like everybody to follow your student athletes because you get some real behind the scenes. But I was curious if you could do a live rendition of a song that you performed for your team during photo day a few days ago. Would you be able to do it live on the show? Or
I think you should come to the game so you can hear it.
Okay, all right.
But I mean, I could.
Yeah.
But I feel like it might give it away. But it might have been given away to me.
Well,
you really want me to?
I was curious if you would.
Did you hear it?
Oh yeah.
And how did it sound?
I thought you were great. I really did. So the review, I have to give everybody a little bit of behind the scenes, okay? So leading into the season, there's always a photo day with the marketing team, the video team. They go through, and it's quite the operation for each squad. Now, a lot of the stuff, but both the fun stuff and even some of the social media graphics, all of those things that you see throughout the year, for example, around Oregon Volleyball, most of it filmed on this day. And it's a fun day, isn't it? Take us behind the scenes from your perspective for a moment, if you could.
Yeah, you do photo shoots, you do your headshots, but they had all different stations set up to just be as creative as possible, and I thought our creative and our marketing team did such a great job. I think our student athletes felt really special, which was neat. But, yeah, we want to make sure all the content, for social and for in-game is going to be at the highest level, and just to, really support our female student athletes, which they're doing a great job of. And then we did some fun stuff. One of them was Masked Singer, and the mask was of a duck.
That's
and
great.
then, so that'll be part of the in-game, promotional stuff. But, what I will say is if we break the season ticket record, then maybe I could just sing the national anthem on senior night. You want to do that?
Handshake.
How do you feel about that?
This is that wasn't like the Joey and Coach Ulmer.
I'm telling you we're close. So, maybe I could save it right now.
Okay.
And then, or I could do it now and then take that off the table.
Like
it's up to you.
I really like that fans now people who come to Oregon Volleyball are going to see the. You really did a nice job. I have to tell you.
Thank you.
We all watched it
here.
No,
that's okay.
So we watched it here in the studio, myself and Brandon. And Brandon was like, "You need to know about this," because he knew you were coming on the show.
Okay.
And I was like, I was impressed.
Thank you.
So when you hear on the Matthew Knight Arena speakers this voice, you'll just know.
When you grow up in church, that's what you're doing. I've been singing on stage for a long time.
Yeah, that's really true.
But I'll do that if we break the record. Then I'll sing. I'll do national anthem for senior night.
It's funny. It's like you and I are similar. Scary, I know.
You're a good singer?
No.
Oh.
But I was actually thinking, hey. Senior day.
Oh, that's what I
see. I was thinking in general, could you ever do the anthem? I feel like you'd do a great job.
I could do it. I've done Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Which you were phenomenal.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm telling you, everybody.
But I grew up a Cubs guy, so I tried to do my best Harry Carey when I do it.
Yeah, but Harry Carey is the best.
The best.
The best.
Yeah, I know. But you just try to do your best to.
The best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I wanted to make.
But I'll do that. So if we, I think that's a fair deal.
Yeah.
I will do that if we can break that record.
Good.
And I'm telling you we're close. I feel like it's in the bag. We can.
Would you say that maybe the best birthday present that we could give you would be breaking that record, that season ticket record?
That'd be a great birthday
So that's
present.
tomorrow, everybody.
That is tomorrow. My birthday is tomorrow.
Happy early birthday, Coach
Thank you.
Ulmer.
Thank
Happy
you.
early birthday.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That would be a great present.
Okay.
So everybody tonight, let's do it.
If you're thinking, I'd really like to get Coach Ulmer something, that would be it.
That would be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be it.
Or some form of this would be good too. Or a combo.
Socks, sandals.
Yeah.
Any word on if we're bringing back sock giveaway?
I've heard I've heard it's in the works, but I don't know.
It's coming back, baby.
It doesn't have to.
The socks will return.
It doesn't have to. But that was fun.
God, they're one of my favorite socks.
You wear them?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. In fact, the Oregon Athletics Hall of Fame induction ceremony for this year's class is coming up in September, and they're on my list. They've made the cut down to which socks I'm wearing that night.
When you interview Elena Bergsma.
Exactly.
There you go.
I thought about it. I already thought about it. I was already going down. If
you get down to a few, maybe you rotate them.
That'd be hard on stage.
While a video is playing or something, then
you
switch them out because you don't want to get too sweaty.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, because they need to
stay fresh.
They really do need to be readily available just in case.
Yeah, right. And it's a lot easier if you're already just wearing the sandals.
Right.
To just.
Right. When you get inducted into the Oregon Athletics Hall of Fame,
I will wear these.
I will wear socks and sandals.
Also.
Everyone will wear socks and sandals that night.
I feel like everybody's good with that because that's a real long shot. So, okay, yeah. So I feel like you didn't really put much on the table there with that, but that's fine.
I'm thinking.
See, like when I said about singing, like I know that we can actually do that. This one, you guys really went out on the ledge.
I'm thinking, though, here, way down the road.
Yeah,
like,
way down.
There's going to be, whoever else is in that Hall of Fame class, they're going to look at me and be like, well, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but they'll understand.
They will.
Sure.
It's a special relationship.
That's right.
Yeah.
There'll be a video. We'll play. They'll get it.
Yeah. It's going to be great. Okay, well, we've done a lot of good. When
have we? What did we?
Yeah,
okay.
No, when we hear.
I feel like we're so consistent about never talking about anything that's important.
What would you like to talk about today?
I don't know.
I got to.
Did you? What bullet point did you get to? B or C?
I got to my third bullet point.
That would be C.
Fourth. I skipped a couple to
okay, well,
get
then
to
that
happy
doesn't really
birthday.
count then.
Yeah, so
really,
I did want to
that's
ask you
B.
about your schedule.
Yeah, that's
coming
cool.
up. Not this weekend, but the following weekend. Exhibition kind of starts out the season against Portland State, and you mentioned you're heading to Hawaii. The non-conference schedule is tough again, Coach.
Yep. So season ticket holders, we have a scrimmage, green-yellow scrimmage, which is this Sunday.
See, and that's why
at 11 a.m.
You get the
tonight,
season tickets,
birthday present, singing. That's right, exhibition and chalk talk, and you'll get to meet the team and all that. So we should do that.
Yeah,
that's part of it.
Part one.
Yep, and so that'll be great to see us out there. Yeah. And then we play Portland State next Saturday. At 6:00 at Matthew Knight Arena. Everybody come on, and then we're not back home for a little while, so you got to come see that game. We have big goals this season. So we played at Louisville last year. We were so close to moving on to the next round. I think a good goal for our team is to be hosting that third and fourth round. The only way to do that is if we have a tough enough schedule, win enough games so that we get to be one of the top 4 seeds so we can host. And we're going to go for it, And so that means we have to go on the road and go find those teams to play because we couldn't get them to come here. So we're going to do that. And it's a really challenging schedule, but I think this group is ready for that, and that's what they wanted.
And an older team, as we've talked about, how valuable is that to know that you have the more experienced veterans when you do have a tough schedule? They know what this is all about.
Yeah, it's a really different deal. Even last year to this year, it's almost like coaching a pro team.
Oh.
Because again, all these guys, without COVID, none of them would be here. They would all be gone already, and they'd all be playing on pro teams. So you have almost a full starting lineup of professional players that are still here. So, yeah, it's a different deal. They've been through a lot of stuff. They have a lot of experience, and they know how to handle situations better. And what's amazing is that we get this chance, this amazing bridge year of having this older group with the younger group, and they can just learn from them. They'll be competing for sure and pushing everybody, but just as human beings off the court, just to learn from them how they navigate college and all the day-to-day stuff. So just super thankful for that.
That's awesome. He's Matt Ulmer, Oregon Volleyball head coach. Season ticket holders, you can become one. GoDucks.com.
You can.
Happy birthday to Matt Ulmer tomorrow.
Thank you. You going to sing happy birthday to me?
No.
No, okay. All right.
No.
But you wanted me to sing.
If it was my birthday, your rendition of Happy Birthday would be phenomenal.
Okay.
Mine would make everyone turn off the interview.
Okay. Well, it's over anyway, right?
It's over.
So. Okay.
Matt Ulmer.
Hey.
Oregon Volleyball head coach.
This feels so good to be back. Oh,
it's volleyball season.
Go Ducks.
Season ticket holders this weekend, and then next week, Coach Ulmer will join us every Tuesday this year. And thanks again for taking the time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Eat that lunch.
Yes.
When we come back, I don't know what we're going to talk about. I'll figure it out during the break on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
I can show you the world.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Hey Duck fans, we're all about protecting our home turf here in Eugene. You should do the same for your home with Country Financial Insurance. Most home insurance doesn't account for inflation, but with Country Financial, yours can. If something happens to your home, make sure you can rebuild the same house in the same place. Call a local representative or 866-COUNTRY and get a solid defense for your home. Home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Casualty Insurance Company, or Country Preferred Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois. Property must meet age and condition requirements, which vary by state.
Don't go anywhere. Duck Insider continues after these messages on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here.
I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Back on Duck Insider, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. I'm Joey Mack in the Country Financial Studio. OnPoint is Oregon's largest locally headquartered credit union. OnPoint people are the point. Dan Lanning meeting with the media after practice tonight. It'll be the first padded practice for the Ducks coming up here this afternoon. We'll have a Quack Minute for you on the Oregon Football social media channels. And today we did not get to Junior Adams, Tony Tuioti, and Casey Rogers' full interviews. We'll have those for you on the show. Doing our best to get them all in on the show today, but we've had a lot to talk about. It's been a really fast news week. We always joke about how it's a slow news week, but no, this has been obviously a lot to talk about. Rob Mosley's going to join us tomorrow as well. We'll go through a number of different subjects on the program tomorrow. But a little bit of fun to end your show today. I mentioned with Eric Rodell, Thor. He's one of the police dogs, part of University of Oregon Police, and Casey Rogers was waiting to do an interview with the media yesterday, and he just played with Thor. Thor was biting on his glove, and they were just playing around, and it was great. Casey Rogers, one of many Ducks that enjoys Thor being around practice. It's actually very common for Thor to be around practice. He hangs out all the time. I know that Scott Phillips often will hang out with him while waiting to shoot videos for us, and yeah, it was fun to see that. We see him all the time. He's got his own Instagram. Yeah, that's what Scott was saying. He's got his own Instagram. So that's the show today. My thanks to Matt Ulmer. My thanks to Eric Rodell. You heard from Bo Nix. Hey, reminder about the Motive 8 Foundation trying to send 1,000 local kids to the game between Oregon and Hawaii coming up in September. GoDucks.com/Motive8, MOTIV, the number 8. What a cool thing. Thanks to Marcus Mariota. We'll see you tomorrow on the show.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor.